Hey guys, so today we just had our theme confirmed, so that it is in fact going to be royalty for the first challenge of the NYX Face Awards. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to map out the design for my character as well as do a face chart to kind of give me a better idea of exactly what I want it to look like. I am going to be in crunch time because in my sketch as of right now I have 3 pretty big prop pieces that have to be built. The crown itself, a shoulder piece, and a staff, because I really want my queen to be regal and powerful, and I always really think of queens as strong figures. I mean, I read a lot of fantasy, so a lot of my queens are things like fairy queens, warriors, all of that good stuff. So mine is definitely going to be in that same world and realm. I'm going to be aiming for a queen of time because I wanted something that's really going to challenge myself. I was really tempted to do like an underwater queen. I thought it'd be really cool to do something inspired by the coral reef and I could incorporate all those colors and the textures, but I have a feeling that there might be some underwater queens, and I'm sure they look amazing. That is not shade in any way because I'm sure they're going to be beautiful. I know I want to challenge myself, and it was probably one of the first ones that came to me. I also played with the idea of like the Queen of Night because that would be amazing to do, and I think I definitely want to do that in the future because that one really speaks to me. I'm really excited by the idea of a Queen of Time, although I do think it's going to be a little daunting because there's a lot of pieces to make that intricacy and that beauty of clockwork really come to life. So this next week is going to be brutal. It's Friday, May 5th right now, and I am hoping to film by next Friday because with my work schedule and how tricky editing is for me personally, I know I'm going to need that extra week, well, like Saturday to Thursday, to do really good editing and get it done properly for you guys. So I'm going to be aiming to film in a week, so I have 1 week to build everything, and there may be some sleepless nights, but we shall see. So yeah, let's get started.
For face charts, I tend to just sketch them out freehand with pencil and paper and see where it takes me. I usually have a little bit of an idea in my head, but I also let the idea come to life as I just sit down and draw. Here I also use some of the NYX products just to see how the color payoff would be, if the colors in my head would really translate with makeup, and just gave myself a little bit of an idea of where I was going.
So I'm a terrible makeup artist in that I rarely do complete face charts. This is actually probably where I'm going to leave it for the face and neck and shoulders because I guess I'm someone who really likes to do a little bit of making it up as I go when I film. So this gives me a good base. It lets me know that my shapes are going to work, they're going to be flattering, the colors will work together, and it gives me an idea of exactly what I want to create the day of filming. So I know it's not super exciting that I don't do a full face chart. My apologies. This is what I am liking so far. I am going to move on to building because I got a lot of building to do and a very little time. So onwards.
Because I needed a straight wig for my vision and my lace front white wig is curly, I needed to brush it out, and then taking a straightener on the low setting because this is heat resistant, I just went ahead and took the time to straighten all of the wig hairs. Got it pretty much straightened out now. One thing I do have to be careful of is that from my last tutorial, which I'm the Sol Galeo one, there's a few like dyed areas. They have a little bit of makeup on them, so I'm going to run a little bit of cleaner through them and just get that out. But overall, we got a pretty straight wig out of a curly wavy wig, so move on to the next thing. To create the back piece that will go into my corset where my cape will attach to, I just created a big warbler piece with a little bit of craft foam in between, and then I just cut it out. I made it a little bit longer. I made sure to curve down the edges at the bottom, that way when it's in the corset it will not be stabbing my back. And then I just heated it up and attached it into the corset while it was still warm so that it would cool down to the actual concave form of the back.
What you doing?
So currently I am working on weathering my cape because I want it to look kind of eaten away by time. And so I'm adding all the different holes, the different rips to it. Right now it is not attached to the top, it's just kind of sitting in there. So I am gonna have to go ahead and add attachments to actually secure it to the warbler piece that's sitting in the corset here. So entering day 3 of work. What I finished up last night was attaching the cape to the warbler piece. I might do a little bit more weathering later on, but I'm leaving it for now. The fabric is attached by D-rings. There's 4 D-rings total, and then they're just warblered onto the actual piece that slips into the back of the corset. So the advantage to doing the cape this way is that since it's kind of hands-free now, I don't have to worry about the cape smudging or blocking my makeup on my chest, because if it went across the front of my body the way most capes do, then I would risk it covering up a ton of the work that I want to do on the neck and chest. So this was a good option to still have a queenly cape, but not have to worry about blocking the hard work I intend to do on the makeup.
So something I'm working on right now is a ton of the clock pieces. It's very tedious and I feel like it's gonna take me hours upon hours to do because I want clock pieces for... Hi, Alice. Because I want clock pieces for the crown especially, the shoulder piece, and then the staff. Across the entire makeup there is a lot of little fine detail work and these little intricate clock pieces that'll have to be cut out, such as the gears, the actual Roman numerals, all that stuff. So right now I'm working on the crown and filming that whole process, of course, and already it's gonna take a while.
Cutting out a ton of gear stencils is indeed quite tedious. I kind of went back and forth between scissors and an X-Acto knife, but it's worth it to have a good stencil so that when you start creating a million of these, you have a good reference to work from.
So something that I've been having quite a bit of trouble with is finding the best material to cut different clock hands out of. I originally started with the craft foam, but you can see even with trying to be very careful with the X-Acto knife, the edges kind of look janky, and I wasn't really happy with it. So I moved on to trying foam core. Works a bit better. I'm still trying to figure out the very best way to do this because I really want the clock hands to sit not only on the crown but on different pieces coming off the shoulder and the staff. So I'm going to keep playing. I also tried the mounting board, but learned really quickly that's definitely not going to look good because the edges where the X-Acto knife goes in look really rough. That will be today. It's a little frustrating, but I think it will be worth the effort, so we shall see how it goes. This is my first test of the crown that I just glued together. Let's see. Sorry, there's no way to really not have lights in here. Ignore my horribly messy basement. That is pretty much the effect I wanted. I might try to get that to sit up straighter, because right now it's sitting backwards. But yeah, I have my time crown. I'm probably going to add more detailing because like areas like this and all that stuff, I'm going to add some detailing in, but that is a pretty good test.
Okay, so today was super productive. I got my crown done and it's upstairs drying after I did a coat of Plastidip on it. I got a good portion of my staff done, which is awesome. So I still have a bit of work to do before it's ready to be primed and then painted. But that is hanging out over there. And then I have been working for about 13 to 14 hours straight today. So I am very tired and have a stupidly sore back because I hate stools. But all I did last to finish this up is I've cut out these two guys, and this is going to be kind of the end of my night for accomplishment. And these will be useful for tomorrow when I start building my shoulder pieces. So overall, a pretty productive day, and tomorrow hopefully I can get these guys done, get the rest of my staff done, and hopefully get into some painting tomorrow. So yeah, until then, night guys. I have my Queen of Time staff ready. I'm pretty happy with it. I still have to clean up the back. As you can see, that's a little too obvious, so I'm going to kind of fix up the back area. I'm not going to do too much to it because I do hope in most shots and in pictures to be showcasing this side, which I've put all the time and effort into. I'm so excited. I think staffs are one of my favorite props to build. Giant swords and staffs, I freaking love them. I think I'm pretty proud that I've basically banged this out in like 2 days of work, which is crazy to me because I don't think I've ever built a prop this quick before. I mean, at the same time of building this, I also built the crown, and now I'm working on the shoulder pieces, so there's like that little giddy pride right now. I'm so excited. Okay, but I have to get back to work, so I have to stop doing this. But yes. Crown has been coated in a layer of matte black spray paint. Just gonna let that dry. I've kind of angled these ones out so that when it sits on my head, it actually gives a little bit of a better silhouette. We're just gonna let that dry. This has got its coat of Plastidip that is just drying now. This is my way to help it dry. Just kind of arcing it under there and then letting it lay across. If you let it dry standing up, you'll start getting these little things, little drips on it. But I'm actually just going to incorporate any kind of discrepancies into my paint job since I want to give a really weathered look anyways, so I don't really mind that, but just try and keep it flat. Solution to that. Okay, so apologize right away for the huge mess. It's just gonna get worse though. So here I have drying are what I'm pretty confident are going to be my shoulder pieces. I've kind of sat them on my shoulders with the foam glued in, and I think they're going to give the illusion I want. I'm curious to see how this turns out. This was my first attempt ever doing something like this, like a little homemade shoulder prosthetic. And then this is just cotton. There's no cotton. It's just Kleenex and latex buildup to try and give that illusion of being recessed into the skin. I don't want anything gory. I don't want it to look like torn skin. I don't want it to look like ripped and gross and bloody. It's nothing like that. I just want it to look like that this queen really has an interior system of clockwork and gears, and that this is just an area where you can kind of see it being exposed. So these guys are going to dry. Today is painting day, and I've been getting a bit of work done on the staff. I haven't started the crown yet. It's going well, but I feel a ton more pressure now painting than I did with building it. I got like butterflies in my stomach the entire time doing it because I'm so nervous. Not only will the paint job turn out well, but then to properly relate it back to the makeup, because I really want all of the pieces to complement each other. So I'm a little nervous. I have work in like half an hour, so I'm just gonna stop for now and go get ready and whatever. But I'm hoping that after work I'll be kind of like refreshed, just stepping back for a sec, because I mean now I'm going like, it's been 3 or 4 days straight of just being holed up in my little workshop area in the basement, and I'm thinking maybe it's kind of like slowly driving me crazy. So I'm hoping actually being away from it for a little bit and just stepping back when I come back tonight from work and I come back to my little hermit hole for work, I'll be refreshed and ready to paint and far more like. All right, so tomorrow is film day. It's been 5 days straight of building, and I'm pretty happy with all of the props I've made. They turned out pretty well. So I have my staff, crown, and shoulder pieces ready. I'm kind of nervous. It's kind of only one shot at this, mainly because of the shoulder pieces. I don't really have time to make them again, and if I apply them, they will not be able to blend down well again. So I kind of have one shot to get this done. I'm a little worried that tomorrow it's supposed to rain and be kind of crappy weather, so I'm hoping like Mother Nature's a little bit on my side so that when I finish filming I can go out to the woods and get some good shots of the entire outfit. But yeah, I have a lot of pieces to do, and I hope they all work together. The vision in my head is awesome. So, sorry, I just tapped on the phone. That probably is really annoying. But the vision in my head is pretty awesome, so I definitely hope that it translates when I film tomorrow. The last little things I did on the crown and all my little pieces is hard to see. There's little slight white highlights on all of the edges. You can kind of see it right there. I kept it pretty soft. Some areas are a little bit starker than others, but I did that just because they were being a little bit tricky to read from far away, and I just wanted to kind of enhance that. I don't think they won't make it to any of the tutorials that I've coming forward just because I kind of just did that. It's already getting late and I want to make sure I get to bed on time because I have to start really early tomorrow in order to get some daylight for filming the final looks. And I'm guessing it's probably going to take me anywhere from 6 to 8 hours tomorrow. So I'm trying to allot all the time I can. Last things to prep are going to be to kind of collect my makeup. It's really late now, so I think I'm actually going to try and leave it in the morning, try to go to bed, get a good night's sleep, and get it all prepped and ready in the morning, and hopefully start filming as soon as I can. Here are the shoulder pieces ready to go. Their little edges down, pre-painted on both sides. So I have my crown. The back's not like fully painted, but it's enough that hopefully it will suffice. Whoops, knocked over my shoulder piece. Come back. There we go. Okay. My wig all straightened. The staff, this is hard to get in screen, but I got my clock staff all painted. Again, backside's kind of simply painted because I don't really have the time to fully detail the back the way I would the front. Last thing is the cape that I made. It is all weathered and tattered and moth-eaten. That is all of the pieces ready to go tomorrow. Tomorrow is the big day. It's the most important part. It's the makeup. That's what this entire competition is about. So as much as I am really happy and proud of all the things I've built, at the end of the day, if the makeup doesn't stand up to all of this, then it was for nothing. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm really excited to film. So I hope that you guys will love it. I hope that I will like it, because that means if I don't, that means I probably really messed up. But until tomorrow, good night, guys, and I'll see you then. All right, I've hit my first snag of the day. In my design, this is supposed to look kind of like wispy, and I was thinking of like that flowy nature of time, but it's just looking like flames right now, and I'm not creating a fire creature. So I think I'm gonna remove it and try again. I'll have to figure this out. Back to the drawing board. I got this going now. I like it a lot more. It gives more of that wispy feel that I was after. Yeah. I like it. I'm going to go have a snack though, because it's already really hungry Megan time. So snack break. All right, guys, I have finished filming. Well, not entirely. Get some full body shots so that you can kind of see the staff a little bit better and see the whole look as one piece. But it has been a very long film day. I'm kind of sore, I'm hungry, I'm probably very dehydrated because I did not drink today. I know, fail. And I am ready to shower. But I don't get to shower yet because I still have probably an hour and a half more in this getup. This was kind of scary. I really felt a few times while filming this that it wasn't going right, and I corrected at one point, and the rest was kind of scary. I mean, the gears kind of annoy me because, as you'll see in the video, I put all this detail and time and highlight below them, and then just because of how long I've been doing this freaking makeup, they're now like smudged and kind of fuzzy looking. But I will show you how to get them looking good. I'm happy the shoulder pieces worked out because I was really nervous about those the entire time. From design to creating them to applying them, it was kind of a big hope and a prayer of what I was doing. I didn't really know how it was gonna work, so I'm pretty happy. All right, it is 9 p.m. at night. I have been filming since 9 or 10 a.m. this morning. So it's been a long day, it's been a full day. But, oh, it's starting to slowly move away. Got some smudges. Oh, that's for my crown, that's why. I just did shots in the forest, so hopefully they turned out really well. Some like detail and walking shots and all that good stuff. Now I finally get to eat, drink, and have a shower, so that's pretty exciting. I kind of like, you know, didn't have much of a social life of any kind, but I'm still pretty freaking happy. So yeah, I'm going to take off these guys. Maybe I'll do it on camera. Let's see. Kids, don't do this at home. You should use proper skin adhesive remover.
Ah, I just want to be out of it. Got one off. I don't recommend this. Don't try it at home. Do as I say, not as I do. Yes, all right, they're both off. Take out my contacts and probably drink, shower, then eat. It's gonna be my order of things. Yes, okay. Mwah, love you guys. Oh, real quick. So, one, I've definitely dyed my hair a bit. This white wig is now an ombre wig. Alice is hanging out on the banister. Hi, Alice. Give me a heart attack, like always. So a big question that you guys often ask in comments is, how do you take off your makeup? So with this much on, everything, what I'll do is I will take out my contacts and my lashes. I will honestly jump in the shower, and I don't use anything specific. I usually try to find a stronger soap. I've used the Clarisonic cleanser before. That works really well. During 31 Days of Halloween, I kind of took tips from Jordan Hans, and I actually use like Dawn dish soap for like, especially for the chest area, because a lot of this stuff stains, especially around my eyes and my face. I don't scrub or like go crazy. I'll just try and get off as much as I can. And then when I get out, I will just take a really good makeup remover and go at the stuff that I've missed. But honestly, like as much as I throw on to my face and body during makeup applications, a lot of it comes off just with soap and water and then some makeup remover. It's like one good shower and you're usually fine. If you have latex areas, so areas where I have latex, usually those will just come off through like rubbing, anything like that. For areas where I have like skin adhesive, I will use a skin adhesive remover. The one I have is just isopropyl myristate, but a lot of them have, you know, spirit gum remover, Prosade remover, very specific ones, Telesis. So anything like that will also make sure that you get rid of, because I'm going to have stuff here that's not going to come off with soap and water. So yeah, just to give you guys a quick rundown of how to take off your makeup when you go crazy with it.
If you have made it this far, 1, you deserve a gold star, but 2, thank you so much for watching my behind the scenes video of how I created my Queen of Time for the NYX Face Awards Top 30. If you enjoyed this video or want to see more like it, then just let me know and I will be happy to make them for you. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I of course will see you next video, and until then, bye guys.